Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope dumps Carter. Will and Electra bandy the preemption, Luna, and Bill Brooke kisses Ridge. At Forrester Creations, Brooke and Steffi debate about hope for the future. The fashion developer isn't going to stay and hear to this. Hope wants Carter to leave with her. Ridge and Eric advise that he's formerly on his alternate chance. Carter gapes between them as Hope begs for him to choose her. The susurrus eventually chooses FC over his gal. Carter tries to explain that the Forresters are like family. Hope swells her hand and says farewell to Carter, leaving the susurrus racing after her. Brooke won't blink Hope's conduct but thinks bouncing HFTF is wrong. Brooke wants to talk to Ridge alone. Once everyone leaves, Ridge assures High's ex-wife that Hope will be okay. Brooke aloud. The same thing about them, too. The Golden confesses it hurts that he turned to Taylor so presto. Brooke is willing to forget about all that because she misses him and still wants a unborn together. Brooke asks Ridge if he still wants a future with her. Suddenly, Brooke kisses her ex-husband, asking him to come home. In another office at Forrester Creations, Will and Electra kiss. The couple also discusses Bill hiding periodical killer Luna in his manse. Electra starts talking about her family being in control of the company again. Electra has nothing against Hope or Carter, they were nice to her. At the same time, it would also be nice if everyone could work together. She doesn't suppose that's possible, however. Zen tells Daphne that Carter was holding his own while in charge. The nose smells a good man in Carter. The developer can tell that Daphne's passions for Carter aren't an act. The nose admits she's surprised by her passions. That's why she nearly ran back to Paris. Daphne thinks Carter has integrity. When Will and Electra train in, they all talk about the changes at FC. Daphne thinks the susurrus needs to walk down from Hope. At the cabin, Carter follows Hope outside. The fashion developer enthusiasms about her line being dead. Carter wants to continue championing for her, but he's staying for the good of the company. Hope doesn't suppose there's any reason for him to be there. The COO says their love doesn't evaporate just because a line is cancelled. Hope says he didn't fight for her, also adds lamenting believing in his vision. She aloud. They were a platoon. As Carter begs for her to understand, Hope declares that he's just another disappointment of a man. Hope demands he go back to his family and leave her alone. Carter promises this won't be the end of them. The COO isn't going to let Hope push him down. Hope is faced with the challenge of charting a new path. With the recent bouleversement at Forrester Creations performing in the cancellation of her line, she finds herself no longer part of the company. This outgrowth is eventually for the stylish, as Hope and Steffi were doubtful to reach a harmonious resolution. Hope battling for her brand while Steffi attempts to strike it? It's time to move on, and we unfeignedly hope this marks the conclusion of Hope for the future. With Steffi putting an end to the entire adventure, it's time for Hope to abandon that aspiration and deflect her energy towards new openings. The moment has come for Hope to embrace a significant career change, and Steffi may have inadvertently pushed her into it, as she'll now be in need of a new job. Hope could potentially unite with a professed developer to launch a new fashion line in a different position. It's possible that Fenmore's may have an LA branch. Still, given her multitudinous challenges with Hope for the future, she might lean towards exploring entirely different avenues. Cleric would clearly drink her to work at Il Giardino if she chose to, but Hope may aspire to commodity beyond just a visitant or directorial part at her father's pizzeria. Also, working alongside Sheila wouldn't be pleasurable for her, so it might be wise to explore druthers that steer clear of Deacon's Eatery. This is a vital moment for Hope to venture into an exhilarating new career path, and we can communicate a promising occasion that could suit her well. Liam could readily produce a position for Hope at Spencer Publications, particularly as the company has shifted its emphasis toward fashion-related content in recent times. Given Hope's emotional character and the fashion assiduity, her involvement would clearly enhance the company's visibility. Preliminarily, Wyatt proposed the idea of incorporating Hope into the pack after Spencer Publications launched a new streaming service along with a Slice Edge app. It's easy to fantasize Liam seizing the occasion to bring Hope on board now that she's looking for a new morning. Maybe the two could attune? Liam sees Forrester's reversal as an occasion for Spencer, which means he might hear about Hope's unfortunate situation and decide to reach out with an offer. He could suggest that Hope would be an ideal addition to the platoon, encouraging her to come on board. This could also pave the way for a romantic rekindling between Hope and Liam, adding another subcast to the story. According to forthcoming spoilers, Hope will face several challenges in the weeks ahead, so keep an eye out for what unfolds. Luna could carry out a precipice house ambush. Will a visit to Finn provoke Steffi fury? Luna has made it clear that she's not ready to back down when it comes to connecting with Finn as her father. Since Luna waited so long to know her pater, she wouldn't just surrender to Steffi's demands and back out. Steffi has assured Luna that she'll no way have a relationship with Finn, but she may not be suitable to stop what's formerly in stir. There's no denying that Finn was emotionally affected over the news that Luna was his natural son. Of course, Sheila just got updates on her grandma status when it comes to Luna. You can go Sheila will be relatively invested in making sure Luna bonds with Finn, especially since that could lead to Sheila relating with him, too. Still, Sheila may make a vaticination about Finn doing the same for her, if Finn can truly open his heart to Luna. Anyhow, Sheila will inescapably suppose Luna has the right idea when it comes to fighting for a future that includes Finn. Luna and Sheila's collective complaints about Steffi will no doubt unite them indeed more. With all that in mind, Sheila may encourage Luna to go against Steffi's warning and approach Finn in expedience of getting through to him. Luna might stop by Finn's office at the sanitarium, but it'd be more dramatic if she reached out to her pater at the precipice house. It's easy to imagine Luna showing up out of the blue and making a pitch to Finn about their father-son bond. That's when Steffi might come home and catch Luna's attempt to win Finn over. Perhaps Steffi could indeed witness a clinch between Finn and Luna if she pulls him in for another bone. Steffi could end up blowing her top, especially if Hayes is in the house. Nethermost line, Luna isn't going to walk down from Finn and this chance to connect with him. That could lead to an unasked precipice house visit and set the stage for Steffi to unleash her wrath. Sheila and Luna's alliance could lead to serious trouble, so stay tuned for all their designing. Carter as if he were a blank slate, with no mind of his own. The Forresters believe Hope had brainwashed him into taking over Forrester Creations, while Hope feels the family constrained him into giving it back. While Ridge and Steffi forcefully feel Hope was the bitsy devil on Carter's shoulder that advised him to steal the company, they may not be fully wrong. When Carter eventually explained to her that he ripped up the LLC papers that named him in charge of Forrester, her response spoke volumes. You could nearly see what Hope was allowing when Carter participated the news with her. Indeed, though she didn't say it out loud, her rage and unhappiness made it feel as if she were more concerned about how his conduct were going to affect her. Her look of sheer horror and unbelief illustrated that she was hysterical about the fate of Hope for the future, and she went apoplectic. While Carter can easily suppose for himself and mulls over advice he's given, maybe the Forresters were right in saying that she was pulling the strings for her own benefit. That being said, she and Feed may not be in point for veritably long if she doesn't get what she wants. However, Hope will be looking for a new job, and in turn, if Steffi has her way. Hope is most likely in tone preservation mode now, and any passion she had for Carter will presumably go by the wayside. She's presently scarifying and awaiting to be tossed out, and her wrathfulness toward Carter is going to get worse before it gets better. Her face turned a mealy red and her head looked like it was literally going to pop when he broke the news, so she'll presumably be taking her wrathfulness out on Carter at any nanosecond. But we know, however, also Eric, Steffi, if the changes Carter made have helped Hope for the unborn ameliorate its figures. Who knows, she could start turning youngish and go after Zend, putting a bug in his observance about her designs.